Now, let's see if I can do this right this time. Alright, so last year, I don't know exactly what I did wrong. I thought I followed all the rules for pruning a blueberry, but I got very little blueberries. So we're going to try again, because even if you get it wrong, you still got to do it. So once again, just following some of the simple rules, pruning away crossing branches, that's where I'm going to go ahead and start. So like I said, played it safe this time, got rid of most of the crossing branches. There's a couple that I made some exceptions for because they seem pretty vigorous. I don't know, I want to get as many berries as possible off of the plant. See, I missed one already. The basic principle is kind of getting rid of old woody growth in favor of newer, greener growth. Hopefully my fertility plan for this year will encourage more of that growth in the coming season, and then I can get rid of some of the older growth without worrying about sacrificing yield in the future. Well, it was pretty easy. Just took a little bit of material off. I think one of them I didn't take anything off of. So we'll see if playing it safe this year results in more fruit. Now it's time for the hard part. Alright, so step one is just finishing what I started last summer. That's getting the rest of the rows reoriented. That way I have a point of reference as I start to go through and decide what raspberries to keep and what raspberries to prune off. Alright, so you see I got this cleared out. I literally chopped all of the canes that I didn't want just right at the ground. I'm going to go back in and prune out any of the small spindly canes and find any dead canes that are in there. I have a nice walking path through at the middle of this section, and so all I have to do is rinse and repeat with the next two. So what I mean by finding the dead canes is sometimes they're a little odd colored, and so you don't necessarily know if they're dead, or at least mostly dead. So a simple way to tell if they're alive or dead is to simply scrape off the bark a little bit. And can you see that? Focus. So you can see, in spite of the fact that it's not really focused, you can see some of that green right there. That indicates that this cane is alive, and it's nice and sturdy. It's big enough. I'm going to keep it. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take this branch right there and take that off. You'll see some of these little spindly things right here. Those are going to come out. And actually take all of those off right at the ground. Not worried about them at all. And this one is dead, so it's gonna snap. Oh, maybe it won't. Oh yeah, it did just snap right off. If we get in here and we take a little scraping off. Still not focused there, but it's brown. It is not green, so away it goes. All right, then we step back and we see it's thinned out a little bit. Looks good. Right, so I did a little improvising. So these 3, 4, 5, 20, some canes right in the middle of the row there. They're almost right up against the compost bin, so I'm not going to go any farther with it. And I figure they hide the compost bin a little bit. Plus they'll get plenty of sun because the middle has been opened up, so they'll be just fine. So hopefully that works. Next one. So this is a big, this is just a big mess in here. See where my shadow is. There we go. So where my arm is going, right back in there, there's a ton of them that grew up during the winter. I'm sorry, last summer. What you can do with whole sections that you don't want is you can actually just uproot them, and that's what I'm going to do. They're just going to come out by the roots rather than prune them back. Alright, so we've got all this cleared out, much to the pleasure of the chickens. So we've got our rows oriented north to south. Then I just have to get that stuff cleaned out and get all of the debris from last week cleared out as well. But first, I'm gonna have some lunch. Well, ran out of time, so I gotta go get the kids. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you will subscribe to this channel. I hope you'll like this video, and most of all, I hope you'll grow with us. Thanks so much.